we're gonna be watching this guy right here. So Among Us, but it's candy. Okay, let's start.
I made Among Us out of candy. First, I made the crewmates. There are 18 playable colors in Among Us, so I'm only going to make the first 10. I got some sculptable icing to make them out of. Red, blue, green, pink, orange, yellow, black, white, purple, and brown. For their visors, I used these blue jelly beans from this jar that's almost empty because I've been snacking on these. There, 10 Among Us crewmates. I'm going to do some rooms from each of the maps. Starting with the first release, the Skeld. I'm making the scariest room in all of Among Us first. Electrical. You think you're safe,
I got there a
imposter
lot.
waits just below a vent to eat you, like I'm going to eat all this candy later. I'll start by baking a cake. That's a pretty time-consuming job. So while we wait, why don't we talk about today's sponsor? No one. There is no sponsor. Anyway, the cake is done, so I cut a slice to make the floor, and 2 more slices to make the walls. A couple more pieces will make some cabinets on top of the room. I'll cover the whole thing in grey icing, which looks oddly like cement. Anyway, now that we have the room, we just need to add wires and a vent. The wires are easy. I cut up strips of gum and laid them around the room. Actually, one of these wires isn't made of gum. You could almost say it looks a little sauce. For the vent, I cut this cracker up into strips and arranged them in a vent shape. This is where you hide if you are the imposter. Before we make the next room, I'll do some rolls. I took Orange first and made him the engineer, using a yellow M&M to give him a hat, and another piece of cracker to make his wrench. I stuck him on top of the vent. He swears he is not the imposter, but he will probably be voted out anyway. Speaking of the imposter, I took one of the other crewmates and made them into the imposter. Can you guess which one? Okay, the most distinctive part of Myra HQ is the lava pool. Oh no, that's Polis. What's in Myra? Oh, there's that greenhouse. I'll make that. More cake from earlier will make the floor. I got some green gummies to make the plants, and then I slammed down an actual glass on top. Yum, can't wait to eat that. For the next crewmate, I took Yellow and turned him into a corpse. I also made Yellow a ghost to look at his dead body and wish he hadn't died. Who killed Yellow, though? You might think it was the sussy imposter, but it was actually Pink, the shapeshifter.
Or
to
red.
show her shapeshifting powers, I made her half yellow as she steals his shape. Yes, shapeshifters are imposters.
Pink wasn't the imposter I was talking about earlier. She was shapeshifting. I meant like a specific imposter.
Next up is Polis, a remote base on a cold planet. The area I'm making from this map is the lava lake, where the accused are thrown. I'll make the walls of the lake out of more cake, and the walkway out of a cracker. To make the lava, I melted some chocolate and poured it in, then used some food coloring to add a bit of color to it. Finally, I added some Rice Krispies to give it a bit of texture. I'll toss in green as the cherry on top. He's been accused of being an imposter. False. The final 2 roles I'm making are Scientist and Guardian Angel. I'm making Purple the Scientist, which I'll do by drawing some nerdy glasses and teeth using a Sharpie. However, Sharpies are poisonous, so I can no longer eat purple. Black Amogus will be the Guardian Angel, and I'll add white wings using white icing. Wow, angelic. The final map is the airship, which is really big. Rather than make just one room, I'll make the whole thing, but I'm gonna make it really small. It's made out of a bunch of red candy that I blended together. Then I molded it into the airship shape. It's not very good, but who cares? The original is just a big red blob with windows, and I added windows, so... With that, I've now made Among Us out of candy. Here are the remaining crewmates who could be the imposter. Red, blue, white, brown. Who do you think is the imposter? Who here is the real sussy baka? Did I ever tell you my favorite color is blue? Just kidding, I'm not really an imposter. That's not a real thing. Blue is the imposter, though. Anyway, now that we've found the imposter, I can eat him. And also all the crewmates. I will devour every little emogus I can find. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe for more stupid stuff. Thanks to all my members here for supporting the channel. Become a member to be less sus. Choo Choo Charles.
Okay, guys, now we're watching Choo Choo Charles.
First, I will need to bake a cake to make him out of. I mixed up the batter and put it in the oven, which will only take 46 hours to cook. Now we wait. While that bakes, I'll make some more stuff from Choo Choo Charles. First off, I'll make the player train. I got this gingerbread kit, which just so happens to be a train, and assembled it the wrong way to make the player engine. There are lots of colors available in the game, but I'm a basic guy, so I will make it the default yellow. I mixed up a big batch of yellow icing and poured it all over the train. Done! When we collect some scrap candy, we can upgrade the train using licorice strips to add armor, and jelly beans to add horns. Yeah, the horns should be sharper, but they don't make a lot of dangerously sharp candy for some reason. Ding! The cake is baked. I stacked up slices of the cake to make the back, and I bought this sponge roll to make the circular part of Charles. Then I used red icing to make Charles the right color. What a smooth finish. For his wheels, I got these sprinkled colored chocolate pieces. Since Charles's wheels aren't supposed to be rainbows, I pointed them inwards so you can only see the chocolate part. Now he needs a face. What's the best candy to make that out of? While we think about that, I will make the next.
Here, let's do that again.
For his wheels, I got these sprinkled colored chocolate pieces. Since Charles's wheels aren't supposed to be rainbows, I pointed them inwards so you can only see the chocolate part. Now he needs a face. What's the best?
Yeah, that is the bestest face. Yeah, bestest one.
candy to make that
Totally.
out. While we think about that, I will make the next parts, the player weapons. The derailer is your basic machine gun, and it's also the easiest to make out of candy. I got these sour sticks, that's spelled with an X to be trendy and hip, and stuck a licorice piece on the end of one. You can stick this on the back of your train when it's time to give Charles the old 1-2. Bug spray is a flamethrower you can attach to the back of your train. The most violent reaction you can get from candy is Coke and Mentos. So these candied Coke bottles will be the fuel canisters, and I'll throw some Mentos around to fuel it with. Here's a mini Charles, see what happens when the bug spray gets it. Okay, so most of that missed, but it still did damage. The boomer is a rocket launcher. I'll make the launcher part out of another one of those sticks. Yeah, I'm using them a lot, sue me. To make some rockets, I'll mash some jelly beans until they're kind of the right shape. I said kinda. Look what happens to Charles when he gets hit by them. That wasn't very effective. Pretend that it exploded. Pop is the name of the powerful sniping weapon. To make it, I got a lollipop.
Wait,
I
he's not even
down
done
another
making
sticks.
Pinky
That's the
Charles.
last
Did
one,
you
I
make
promise.
him?
It also has these two side things. I don't know what they're for, because I'm pretty sure Charles is gonna go right through them. I made them out of these fruit strips, cutting out the yellow parts. I don't need the other colors. I figured out how to make Charles's face. We'll get this bag of
Oh.
sculptable icing, and I'll shape his horrific face out of it. I decided to make 3 different faces for his different moods. The first is his normal face, for when he's hungry for humans. The second is his happy face, for when he's full after a delicious meal of humans. The final face is his angry face, for when he hasn't eaten humans in at least 10 minutes. Then I got some red food coloring to fill in the faces and make the details pop. Using the same technique, I made masks for Charles's cultists. I'll use black icing to make
Okay.
their bodies with licorice as their arms
Oh,
and legs.
those guys.
These guys are really nice.
ones that
and are
come
big
and
fans
shoot
of
you.
trains. My favorite part of the game is letting the cultists meet the front of my train at high speeds. Finally, Charles needs his legs. You may not have noticed, but his legs, fine boobs, are spider legs. I decided the best way to do this was to melt down chocolate and add Rice Krispies
No, I
to
know
it. Then
that.
I poured it onto a sheet and cut out 8 legs. I added them to the body of Charles,
Oh, that's
finishing
good.
him off. Now presenting the final scene. Choo Choo Charles, made of candy. 2 trains, a bunch of cultists, and all the firepower you need to take it down. But who needs firepower when you can eat it all?
Oh my god.
Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe.
okay.
Thanks. I made every character from Project Playtime
Now we're
out of
watching
candy,
Project
and if I
Playtime.
make them well enough, Huggy Wuggy will let me leave. I started with him since he's been around the longest, and he's just so cool. I got some tall, thin marshmallows and arranged them into the right
his
shape.
biggest
For his
fan,
face,
okay?
I'm gonna use a cookie. I'll cover it all in blue icing to get the color right. But wait, there's more. Huggy Wuggy has eyes, so I added
And a
those,
mouth.
and he has big red lips, so I got this red candy stick and made lips out of those. You thought I was done? Never! Since Huggy Wuggy has yellow hands and feet, I got some gummy chicken feet, which is
I'm
apparently
trying
a
to be
thing.
mean,
Since these are
but-
yellow, I made them his hands
that
and feet.
really
Not
look
gonna
like
lie,
Huggy
this
Wuggy's
looks
face?
scarier than the original.
Yeah,
what
it
do you
kinda
think,
does.
Huggy? Boxy
Like, if
Boo
I
is
saw
the
that
new
thing-
villain for Project Playtime. He's a
I
jack in
think
the
I would
box
have
who's
a
just a
heart
little
attack.
quirky. The box itself is pretty simple. I got another cookie and cut it into a square shape. To make his head, I got these bars of Turkish Delight. The Turkish Delight inside is red, but it's covered in chocolate, so I'll have to cut them off with surgical precision. I then used the Turkish Delight to make his head. I added eyes and teeth using candy eyes and white chocolate
Oh,
pieces,
that already
and I
looks
used
kinda-
more red
that's
candy
good.
sticks to stick it all
Yeah.
together and finish him off.
You
We'll make
could've
Hoogie's
made
favorite meal
strings. I
next.
don't know. I
You,
don't
the
know.
player. I'm gonna make 3, each a different color. I'll start by grabbing these emoji candies. Those can be their heads. Damn, the red one is angry, I think. All I know for sure is the blue one is very cool. I shaped bodies for them all out of icing. Do you like them, Huggy? Glad that's not me. In the Playtime Co factory, there's a room full of mini Huggy Wuggies. To make these, I just bought a pack of Sour Patch Kids. They're kind of Huggy Wuggy shaped.
Yeah,
right? I got
kinda.
these big
They kinda-
marshmallows and hollowed them out to put the mini Huggies in so that they could be in pipes, just like in the game. They look just like you, right? Next up, I made the train. This is where you need to get to escape in Project Playtime. And I found the perfect candy to make it out of. This gingerbread train kit. I built it using my incredible skill and added eyes to it. Yummers! I
Is
would
that
love
really
to see
the
the
train?
train in real life, but Huggy doesn't want me to escape again. Next, I made a grab pack. I literally just got icing and molded it like clay. What do you think, Huggy? This is what players use to defeat you. Do you like them? No, wait, please. Next, I made Mommy Longlegs, the villain of Chapter 2 of Poppy Playtime. She's very scary, but not as scary as Huggy Wuggy, of course. I got these pink strips of candy to make her limbs out of and stuck them into these 2 heart-shaped marshmallows for her body. Her feet and hands are made out of these little gummies. I got another cookie and covered it in pink icing. Done. I'm sorry, Huggy. I know
Wait,
this
wait,
isn't
wait.
is Huggy Wuggy, of course. I got these pink strips of candy to make her limbs out of and stuck them into
Let me
these
see that.
2 heart-shaped marshmallows for her body. Her feet and hands are made out of these little gummies. I got another cookie. Pink.
That is Mommy Longlegs? Okay. Did you try? Okay, let's just...
I'm sorry, Huggy. I know this is the third cookie I'm using, but they're really easy to cut into shape, so please just let me... Okay, Huggy, that's everything from Project Playtime. What do you think? Can I leave now? No, please, I made everything. Let me live. Oh, yeah, I forgot the prototype. To thank the prototype for getting rid of Huggy Wuggy, I made it out of licorice strips and put them together to make its hand. I don't know what the rest of it looks like because it's really shy. Maybe. Otherwise, it's just lurking in the dark, watching. There. Now I've created everything from Project Playtime out of candy. Since Huggy Wuggy's not here, I guess I'll eat it. Okay, thanks for watching the video.
Okay, bye. Okay, guys, now we're gonna watch Alphabet Lore, but it's made of candy. Okay, let's go.
Hurtling towards bankruptcy. I'm using apple slices to make eggs.
But Fynn, apple slices aren't candy.
Shut up, mate. I'll put some melted chocolate on top with food coloring to make it red. I'll add some sprinkles for eyes and it's done. For B, I took a blueberry muffin and cut it in half. The best way
Why
I
do
knew
you gotta
how,
put
using my
sprinkles?
bare hands. I put it together
They
and
don't
covered
have
it with
sprinkles.
icing.
That
Again,
looks
with
like
my
an
bare
8.
hands. Eyes and teeth top it
know,
off.
it's like
Doesn't
a
it
B.
look the exact same? For C,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
bake a really big cookie. Hopefully my oven can take it. A D has a hole in the middle, so a donut is perfect.
Psych, D from Alphabet Lore doesn't have a hole in it.
No, reverse card. This donut doesn't have a hole. I got 3 contraband chocolate eggs that are illegal in the USA, and I smashed them. Oh, they're kind of sturdy. Anyway, they have toys inside. I'm gonna make E out of the toys. Can't wait to eat it. Since
That's
F is
not a
solid
toy.
black, I got these
I mean,
licorice
that's
strips
not-
and arranged them into shape.
that's
I
not
added some eyes and
candy.
teeth using some chocolate pieces.
Oh,
F is a
that's
villain,
actually
which means
good.
licorice is perfect for him because it's disgusting and horrible.
But that
I
wasn't-
hate it. It is the
that
I got
wasn't
this long
candy,
strip
that
of
was
gum
a
to make
toy.
G. Unfortunately for G, I love chewing gum. I got these honeycomb pieces to make H out of, but the honeycomb is trapped inside. Just as H was killed, I will have to kill the materials too, with a large hammer. I'll add the
What are you
pieces to some
do-
chocolate with food
Ew.
coloring to get the green. Add some eyes and we're done. Ice cream is easy for I. First, I melted some ice cream by standing beside it. I'm very hot. Then I mixed some blue food coloring in. I poured it into a mold. Then I freezed it again by standing near it. I'm very cool. Done. For J, I mixed up some jelly
Okay.
and then threw in some jelly beans as well. Why not? Time to
Wait.
see how it turned out. Ugh. Okay, I salvaged
Ew.
some jelly from that abomination and I put it into the right shape, so that's J. Oh no, the feds found out I got those eggs from the black market. Tell my subscribers I love them. Do you know how many candies start with K? In Australia, the answer is 1. Koala bars. Unfortunately for this guy, I need to turn him into a K. Lovely. I was gonna make L out of licorice, but I
He's not
already
even
used
yellow.
that for F. So instead, I'm gonna make him out of lollipops. Doesn't that look exactly like
No,
an alphabet
no.
lore? I got these marshmallow poles and mashed them into shape for M. Eyes! Get me more eyes! I was trying to think of which candy best represented N, and then I thought, I'm a nerd. Nerds! So I got a packet of nerds. It was in rainbow colors though, and I only need orange, so I sorted them by hand. I spent an hour on this. I stuck
you
them in some
serious?
chocolate and let it cool. Oh, that one looks yummy. O is an Oreo cookie with eyes. I said with eyes. Where are the eyes? I got these weird popsicles. I guess I'll have to make them fit manually. For Q, I got some
Q?
quackers. That's
Popsicles?
crazy. I can't wait to crunch on these quackers. I made
Quackers.
R out of chocolate, food coloring, and Rice Krispies. Now he just needs
Okay,
an
that's
R.
the
S
shape
is
of
really
R,
easy
but it
since it's
doesn't
a
look
green
that
snake.
good.
I just got a green snake. I can make T out of Toblerone. That's a very expensive candy brand. Do you know how many candies start with U? None, not one. So I got this box from some brand named Uncle Toby's. There's a U in that. That'll do. I was gonna make vanilla cake, but my oven is still exploded, so I got these 2 bars of violet crumble and just made a V out of them. W will be made out of Werther's Originals, the most delicious candy on the planet. Every grandpa has them in a bowl, and I love to crunch on them with my teeth. I made W out of this heavenly treat with some chocolate. Look, a regular biscuit. I will put these 2
Ew,
minute
a
cross to
W
make an
did
X.
look
Ice.
good,
It will
like,
take
it,
a
like,
truly
looks
delicious
tasty.
candy to make Y.
But
Yogurt. It's close
I don't know
enough.
if I
I
wanna
wanted to
eat
make
that.
Z bigger than the rest, so I got this white pavlova cake and cut it into a Z shape to make a really big letter. I added icing and chocolate for the eyes and
Oh,
teeth.
cool.
There, all 26 letters of alphabet lore made out of candy. Now for the best part. Thanks to all my members here.
Did he really eat
Very
all
cool.
that?
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Like and subscribe.
Next one. Okay, now we're watching him again. Now he's gonna make Piggy.
I made Roblox Piggy out of candy. First, I made Piggy, the bad guy of the game and the title character. Her real name is Penny, like the coin. For that reason, I'll get some chocolate coins. Oh, actually, I forgot to get chocolate coins. Okay, so instead, I baked a cake and cut out a head and dress. Icing on the top makes the pink face, and red icing makes the dress below. For her eye, I used a
Yeah, I
chocolate
kinda
piece,
mixed
and for
them.
her red eye, I used a piece
you
of
didn't
gum.
fill
To make
it
her
all.
baseball bat, I
Wait,
broke a
that's the
slice
eyes?
off this cracker, getting a perfect piece on the first try, getting a perfect piece on
That
the
is not
second
a
try,
perfect
getting a
piece.
perfect piece on the 46th 27th try. For Georgie Piggy, I melted some chocolate down, then added some blue and pink candies for the body and head. I used some red candies to make the eyes. Next,
That's him? I don't know. Am I missing something?
I did a bunch of items from Piggy, starting with the plank. Planks are used to bridge gaps between platforms, so I got a piece of chocolate and snapped off a row. It wasn't very hard. For the key, I need a long piece of candy. Since it's nearly Christmas, there's a lot of candy canes for sale, so I got a packet and broke them into a key shape. Good enough. Piggy truly represents the Christmas spirit of giving by giving people dents in their heads. I softened this lollipop in hot water so I could cut it into the shape of a hammer. It didn't really work. Then I hit it with a real hammer. I have a problem. The wrench is next. I don't know if you've noticed, but candy isn't usually the color of metal, so I used gum even though it's purple. I cut it into shape. I can use this to fasten these bolts here. Wow, this is a great wrench, isn't it? Okay, enough items. Time to get back to characters. For Doggy, I used a cookie as a base. I then added a piece of another cookie on top to make his nose. More cookie pieces make his ears.
Piggy.
Wait, that doesn't look like a dog. Okay guys, I made Piggy again for some reason apparently.
Yeah, you did.
I don't even know who Doggy is. For Bunny, I'll get a fluffy little marshmallow. I'll use a candy eye to make her eye and black licorice to give her an eye patch. I then ripped another marshmallow in half like a madman to make her ears. Pony looks like the nerd emoji, so I got these very silly candies that look like emojis. Unfortunately, there isn't a nerd emoji one, so I'll draw it on using a Sharpie. Sharpies are poisonous though, so I can't eat them anymore. I'm literally crying and shaking right now. Okay, coming up with new materials is too hard, so I'm using cake again. Once the cake is in shape for Zizzy, I covered it up with icing and used chocolate sauce to make the stripes. And I'll use a piece of gum for her feather.
What?
Candy swords don't exist, so I got a knife instead. Like, a real knife.
A
Don't eat that.
knife?
As the overall villain of Piggy,
don't eat
Mr.
that.
P will need to be made very well. But before we do that, we'll make his wife, Mrs. P. Since she was originally a potato, I will get a potato and stick eyes on it. You don't think potatoes are candy?
Earlier Among Us, you made a knife. You didn't get a real one. My God. And you
really never tasted
a potato is not candy.
Delicious. And then for Mr. P, the choice is even easier. A purple sweet potato will work perfectly once I stick eyes on it. Delicious. There. Now I've made Roblox Piggy out of candy. Now it's time to eat all of them.
Okay. He's fine with it.
Okay, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Thanks to the members here.
Yeah, but let's go watch another one. Okay, guys, you already know what it is. It's stores, and it's candy. So yeah.
I made all 13 entities from Roblox doors out of candy. I started with Screech, a certified creepy looking guy. I'm such a god gamer that I always find Screech when he whispers. Ah! Okay, not that time. I grabbed a cookie and stuck some big gummy teeth on it, then melted down some black licorice to cover it in. Licorice makes sense since Screech is really annoying and licorice is the worst candy imaginable. White chocolate pieces for his eyes complete Screech. Next up is Hyde. I don't like Hyde because he keeps on kicking me out of wardrobes when I'm trying to sleep. Hyde isn't really a proper entity. It's more like the abstract concept of being unable to hide that manifests as a red stack. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to make abstract concepts into candy, so I just got some red sour sticks and threw them on a plate. Perfect! Brush is the next monster. Look at that smile. He just wants to say hi to your face with his teeth. Brush is gray. There's not a lot of gray candy.
Wait.
Just got some red sour sticks and threw them on a plate.
That's
Perfect! Brush is the next monster. Look at that smile. He just wants to say hi to your face with his teeth. Brush is gray. There's not a lot of gray candy around. I tried to use food coloring to make some gray icing, but I don't think it worked very well. But anyway, I added black spots for eyes and more gummy teeth. Done. Next, I made Figure, the mascot of course. Figure's pretty big, so I used marshmallow poles to make the body and a single to use food coloring to make some grey icing, but I don't think it worked very well. But anyway, I added black spots for eyes and more gummy teeth. Done. Next I made Figure, the mascot of doors. Figure's pretty big, so I used marshmallow poles to make the body and a single big marshmallow to make his head. I tore a hole into that marshmallow to make the mouth. I poured red chocolate over the whole thing and then used white chocolate pieces to make the sharp teeth. Done. Eyes doesn't like being looked at. That's just like me. Eyes will kill you if you look at it. Also like me. To make eyes, I poured some melted chocolate onto a sheet and then covered it in candy eyes.
Okay,
Halt has a dog name because when he appears, you have to run away from him, not halt. Halt means stop moving, not move more. Why is he named Halt? That's such a dumb name. Halt looks kind of like a bluish ghost, so I got some flexible blue icing and stuck eyes in it. Now it will flutter in the wind like a ghost if I held it in the wind, which I won't. Ambush is like Rush, but worse, because he keeps on coming back to say hi again. He looks like a big marshmallow, so that's what I made him out of. Melted chocolate will be the eyes and mouth. Timothy is a spider. I can't remember when he jump scares you. Was it? I guess it's now. To make Timothy, I'll mix some chocolate with Rice Krispies to make a crunchy middle. I'll use some leftover chocolate to pour out 8 legs. I'm sure I won't need any spares. Then I stuck the 8 legs onto the body and Okay, so I made a new leg and finished him off. Jack looks really friendly, but I think he might be a little sus. He appears in wardrobes and doesn't let you in. Very rude. I would share with him, but he won't share with me. To make Jack, I got some melted white chocolate and used it to stick popcorn into a skull shape. Melted regular chocolate adds the shadows and eyes. Glitch hates people who delay and don't keep up with the group. Come on, guys, I want to win this time. Glitch has a lot of glitches around them. I don't know if you've noticed, but candy is real and it doesn't glitch much. I cut up a bunch of gummies and stuck it into a roughly glitch shape. That looks like a glitch, right? Window is a stupid little mob that doesn't do anything. Loser. I got some more gummy teeth for his teeth and chocolate pieces for his eyes. Shadow is an annoying and very rare entity that occasionally jump scares you for no reason. Maybe it's lonely. Anyway, I got some licorice and cut it into the Shadow shape. Shadow doesn't have any eyes or anything, so he's pretty easy to make. Finally, I made Seek, one of the scariest monsters. He appears as a solid black person with a single eye. I started by getting some more black licorice. Yes, I know I've used it twice already, but so many of these monsters are solid black, so I need to keep... I stuck the pieces together to make the shape of Seek, and then added this eye on top. With Seek done, I've now completed all 13 entities from Roblox doors. Time to eat them.
Yeah, eat them. That's
If we get 10,000 likes on this video, I will buy...
Okay, I'll see you later. Wait, what?
Every Doors plushie, and I'll make a video on it.
Okay, bye. Okay, guys. Now you already know what time it is. Now we're doing Rainbow Friends, and you already know what I'm going to say. We're watching this guy making Rainbow Friends candy. Let's start.
I made every monster from Rainbow Friends out of candy. They're also going to review their candy, and we'll see what they think. In the first night, Blue shows up. Blue is big and scary. You know what else is big and scary? Cake! I mustered my courage and baked a cake. I cut it into shape and then covered the pieces in blue icing. For the eyes, I used chocolate pieces, and for the drool, I mashed up a gummy bear and put it in position. Finally, Blue needs his crown because otherwise he's just a stupid little blobby man. Hey, here you go, King. Next up is Green. Green is really long and twirly, and these marshmallow poles are the perfect size. I stabbed these wires in to give him a spine so I can pose him. These marshmallows aren't green, so I mixed some food coloring in with some chocolate and poured it all over. His eyes are made out of chocolate pieces, and his tongue is made out of a rolled up gummy roll. Done! No, Green, you're supposed to be eaten, not eat me! The third monster is Orange. Orange is a little dinosaur. I took my favorite candy, Werther's Originals, the most heavenly sweet on the planet, melted it down and poured it into a flat sheet. While it was cooling, I cut strips out of it. Okay, that one broke. I cut strips into it and shaped it to... Why does it keep on breaking? I put together what I could using icing and stuck his eyes on top. I know, I'm an artistic genius. Thank you. I'm also going to put candy versions of Orange's favorite food around him. Can you guess what it is? That's right, burgers. Orange's favorite food is burgers, right? I was wrong, his favorite food is me. Next up is Purple. Purple's always hiding in the vents, which seems a little sus. For his face, I got a chocolate chip cookie and covered it in melted purple chocolate. Then I used chocolate pieces to make what? Do you think I like chocolate more than other candy? They figured it out wrong. I made the vent out of wafers and put it on top. Then I got a long piece of gum and cut it into strips and arranged those strips to make arms. Done! Here you go, Purple. Purple is so hungry and he hates feelings. The last monster from Rainbow Friends is Red. I'll start with his head. I melted down some jelly and put food coloring in to make it red and poured it into these sphere molds. Then I took it out. Okay, so that looks really bad. So, plan 2. I ordered a gumball from online. It's just arrived. Let's open it up. Why is it so small? Gah! Okay, one more try. I got a gingerbread man and I covered it in white icing. Then I put red icing to make the head the right color and put some black icing on the boots, buttons, and a little shirt pocket. I used some more chocolate for eyes and done. What do you think, Red? I've now made all 5 monsters from Rainbow Friends into candy. Time for my favorite part, eating them. Thanks to my members. Become a member to support my videos by giving...
Okay, guys, we already watched all his candy videos. The Among Us one, the Project Playtime, and the Choo Choo Charles. And we watched Picky, we watched Doors, we watched Rainbow Friends, and we also watched Alphabet War. But, look, that's it. Maybe another day we can watch these and other ones made out of Legos. Alphabet, but it's Roblox. Minecraft is here. You know what? No, we're gonna do them right now, okay?
Alphabet War in Friday Night Funkin'. First, I switched out the boyfriend with G. This gives you a chance to prove once and for all if G is garbage or great. Next up is the girlfriend, which will obviously be P. I made her sitting on this boombox. Kinda looks uncomfortable given how much it's bouncing. Shouldn't someone get her a chair or something? Daddy Dears can only be replaced by F, who is the villain of Alphabet Lore. Or is he? In week 2, I replaced Skin and Pump with M. Yeah, I know Skin and Pump are 2 characters and M is only 1, but I'm going to let it so many give me a break, you know. Also in week 2 is Monster, and the only letter
Oh.
creepy enough to take its place is W. I made it float in the air ominously. Next up is week 3, where the opponent is Pico. I'm replacing Pico with N. He's a fellow good guy, but that doesn't mean you can't have a friendly rap battle, right? Completely chill. Week 4 is a big one. We're gonna need a good villain to replace Mommy Marist. Q. Yeah, I know Q isn't evil, but like only F is, right? Week 5 has 2 villains, and I'm gonna replace them with the real and true villains of alphabet lore. L and O, the bullies. Since they bullied F when he was a child one time, that fully justifies every crime F ever committed and makes L and O the real bad guys. I also replaced the boyfriend and girlfriend in this week with F and N. They're the real heroes here. To cap off week 5, I put the rest of the letters in the background. Wait, there's 2 more weeks? They have cutscenes. I don't know how to change those, so we're gonna pretend they don't exist. There, I modded every letter of alphabet lore into Friday Night Funkin'. 100% didn't miss a single...
Okay, now we're watching alphabet lore, but it's Minecraft mod. So let's watch it.
26 letters of alphabet lore into Minecraft. First off is A. I put A in ancient cities. Well, technically speaking, I'm making it spawn in the deep dark, but ancient cities are in the deep dark, so theoretically it's nice. Next up is B. No, not those bees. This bee. It flies in birch forests. Very peaceful. Wait, why is it chasing me? C is our next letter, and it's going in the C, due to my continued inability to spell. Up next is D. D is going in the deep dark, because that actually starts with a D, unlike some letters. E can go in the end dimension. One fun activity I like to do is push it off the edge. F is evil, so it spawns in the forests of the Nether. F is very fast, very strong, very difficult to kill. Luckily, I'm a god gamer, so I can take it out no problem. Never mind. According to you guys, G is not garbage. Unfortunately, there's no biomes in Minecraft that start with a G, so it has to go in mountains with goats, because G is the goat. H appears beside these huge mushrooms on Mushroom Islands. If you squint at H and look sideways, it kind of looks like a mushroom. I spawns in the cold, icy biomes, like ice spikes. It's kind of scared of people, so it doesn't like you to get too close. Come back, I just want to say hi. You can only find J in jungles. Damn, it's still kind of thick though. Nothing in Minecraft starts with a K, so I'm gonna put it here. Wow. L spawns in lush caves. He's even scarier than a creeper, according to some people. Me. You can find M in mine shafts, where it waits for the spiders. M is super buff, so its knockback is effective. Oh, that's F. N goes in the nether. Looks a little scared there, doesn't it? Be a shame if he were to slip and fall. O can go in the ocean. He'll have to learn to swim though. I'm not programming that in. P grazes peacefully in the plains. It's not a hostile mob, which means you can kill it and no one will care. Since Q is a slug, I'll generate it in swamps. It's very slow. Haha, you can't catch up with me. Oh, hey, F. R hangs around near rivers and it's scared of players. S looks like a snake and slithers around swamps with Q. He doesn't like witches because they keep on trying to kill it to make potions out of it. Not gonna lie, I kinda wanna do that too. T is kinda like a shark, so I'm gonna make it in the ocean. I think it would be funny if they spawn in sets of 50. U, obviously, goes, I'm just gonna put it in the desert and hope no one finds it. Did you guys hear something? The void is endless, and that's where V spawns. Look, there's some now. So peaceful. Oh, wait, no, please, I have a family of 4. Warped forests in the nether are pretty creepy. I think W can go there. X is for explosion, and it gets close to you and explodes, like a creeper. I literally stole the creeper's code and used that. Y is it so hard to find places to put these mobs? I'll just put Y in canyons. There's a Y in that. Z is a boss fight. It appears rarely in deserts, and is hard to kill. But if you do kill it, you get 3 diamond blocks, those 3 dots that orbit it. I've now modded all 26 letters from alphabet lore into Minecraft. Here's what they look like when they're trying to kill me. If you want to get the mod pack, you can join the channel for $1 a month. We made all 26 letters of alphabet lore in Roblox. I started by making a new Roblox game. Wow. Next, I took all the models I made while making 3D alphabet lore, and I put them in the game. Now I just need to put them in place. I put A in an airplane in the sky, but I need to add a way to get up to it. I'm going to use a ladder because that's how I board my flights to Brazil. Speaking of, I put B in the Brazilian flag. Sorry B, you're going to Brazil. C is going in the C because I can't spell. D stands for desert, so I put him in an ice cream sundae. What? No, it's desert. Why would it be dessert? E stands for education, so obviously, Hustlers University with the Bugatti. F is the villain of alphabet lore, so I put him in the most evil place imaginable, a factory. G is literal garbage, so I put him in the bin. Humans start with H, so clearly H needs to go beside this helicopter. I is going in my favorite desert, this ice cream. No, it's Desert, we talked about this. Why are you so stupid? J is going to jail because he's too thick. Beside the soon-to-be King Charles, I put K. Wait, what happened? L stands for lean, so I put him in some. Lean. Obviously, M means McDonald's, so I switched the sign out for a better one. Excuse me, sir, do you have any lean? Roblox noobs start with N, so I'll put N beside the spawn point, because that's where you spawn, and you're a noob. O will be hidden in this onion. What can I put P beside? Maybe something musical? Nah, I think I'll put her beside this pyramid. Q goes with the queen. R is going off on the range. Yeehaw! S stands for satellite, shower, spider, school. So I'll put it beside all of them. T is gonna have a phone, so he can make TikToks. He needs subscribers, and so do I. U has joined the Ultimate Fighting Championship. He just needs to fight this very strong man. I'm sure he's got a great chance of winning. V will sit in this vehicle with a vegetable. W can go in one of these windows. There! There's loads of words that start with X. Xylophone. Y will go in the backyard of this house. I'm kind of out of ideas at this point. Z is the final letter of alphabet lore, and it's actually underneath them all. There. All 26 letters are added to Roblox now. Okay, thanks. Like and subscribe again.
Okay, guys. Now it's alphabet lore, but it's Lego. Okay, let's start.
I built every letter of alphabet lore out of Lego. I only have a budget of $500, so I better be careful how I spend it, because Lego's expensive.
Yeah.
First up is A. I got this astronaut set with a rover. I built the set using rover parts and gave it wheels too. This set doesn't have any eye parts, so I got this Lego dot set that has a lot of flat white tiles. I used a Sharpie to add a black dot to all the pieces, so I can give all of the letters eyes. Next up is B. I got this boat set that comes with some sort of app. There's no instruction book. Back in my day, Lego came with instruction books, not a story. Wait, it was $40? Damn, Lego's expensive. For C, I got this flying mech set. It says on the website it's called a cyber drone, and that starts with a C. I have to keep the budget low, so some of these sets are a bit of a stretch. This dinosaur set is perfect for D. It's actually green, and it comes with some teeth pieces. This makes D really easy to build. Huh, that's actually decent. We'll need a set with an elephant for E. I got this Duplo set. Yeah, I know it's not real Lego,
But it has the Lego symbol on the box, so it counts.
for F, I got this Fast and Furious car set, and it comes with Vin Diesel, and everyone know he stands for family. Also, since the car is black, it's actually really easy to build an F out of it. It's too bad Vin Diesel isn't Chris Pratt, though. Since the Mario movie starring our favorite actor, Chris Pratt, is coming out soon, there's a bunch of Mario Lego sets available. I got this one from Luigi's Mansion because it has ghosts in it for G, and I'll use the purple pieces from the other ghosts to build G. Wait, where's Luigi? This set doesn't come with Luigi. No! Harry Potter starts with a H, so I grabbed a Harry Potter set. It doesn't actually come with many green pieces, so H looks like a tree now. I stands for ice cream, and more specifically, an ice cream truck. This set comes with a blue block with a face on it, so I used that for I. I has never looked more cool. J will be from Jurassic Park, starring our favorite actor, Chris Pratt. I'll build J out of these arch pieces, since the dinosaur is not really a J shape. What even is in a Truckeraptor? Did they make that up? For K, I got a set containing a kitchen, this Friend's Pizzeria. It makes a good K. I could use any Lego for L, since it's all Lego, and that starts with L. But I got this lion set and built L out of that. Any Minecraft set will do for M, but this mushroom one has the right color blocks, so I used it. There's no Lego in my shop that starts with N. Just kidding. This set is in the middle of nature. That counts, and you can't convince me otherwise. O stands for ocean, so I got this set containing a dolphin and a turtle. The turtle looks a lot like the one from Finding Nemo. Looks like Lego has a copyright lawsuit incoming. I used the dolphin parts to build O, and I used the turtle to build a hat for him to wear. I like hats. For P, I got this pony set and used the pink parts to build P. This one actually turned out pretty good. Harley Quinn has a Q in her last name, so I got this set with her and Batman. I'm Batman. Anyway, I built Q using the pieces. It's a kid set, so it doesn't have very many. This robot set makes a good R. Not much else to it. It's the right color. That's nice. S is for Star Wars, but Lego Star Wars is so expensive, so I got the smallest possible Star Wars set, containing the Mandalorian and a mini Razor Crest. And it still somehow costs $17. It has one minifigure. I already built this Thor set last week, so I smashed it to make a T out of instead. I'll use this buggy to make you. Why? Because you wish you had a ride as sick as this one. I'ma be real, I'm running out of ideas at this point. V can be built out of a vintage car. This James Bond one looks pretty good. That doesn't look too bad. For W, I used this owl set. Owl has a W in it, and this was the only purple set that could make a good W, so deal with it. X is a ninja, so I got a Ninjago set. This was the only one at the store, so I had to make X blue. I'm over my budget, but I must complete all the letters. For Y, I got this yacht, which turns into a Y very very
Wait,
easily.
why is
It's
Y
also
so
way
big?
bigger than any other letter, but I'm sure that's fine. The budget won't stretch anymore for Z, so I'm reusing the Jurassic Park set. That's like a zoo. So I used the dinosaur to make Z. Plus, it lets us use Chris Pratt again, our favorite actor. There, all 26 letters of alphabet
Okay,
lore
bye,
created
guys.
out of
Don't forget
Lego.
to
I'm
subscribe.
only going to be slightly banked.
Don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button. Bye.